Every time I think I'm finally done with Halo, I'm wrong. It doesn't matter how many times these servers frustrate me, how many content droughts I sit through, or how many times I think in my head, that's it, I'm done, it's time to move on. But there I am again, playing Halo 3, or telling myself that Infinite just needs one more chance, that if it was on PlayStation, it would thrive. And with October being a huge month for the future of Halo, I'm asking myself the question that I know a lot of you probably ask as well: why can't I quit Halo? So we should start with the obvious: nostalgia. Halo wasn't just a game, it was the game that defined an era. I remember having sleepovers and friends would drag their Xboxes to the house just so that we could play on LAN for hours and hours. Multiple TVs, a rat's nest of cables, and so much pizza. The screen-looking accusations. And side note, don't act like you didn't do that. Everybody knows that one guy who swore he wasn't looking at the screen, but knew exactly where you were. Halo was more than just a game. It was a part of the social fabric. It was Friday nights, sleepovers, entire weekends spent playing on Blood Gulch or Valhalla or Sandtrap. And the crazy part for me is that booting up Halo today still triggers that muscle memory. It feels like Halo has been ingrained in my soul. Hearing those monk chants, it feels like a warm blanket wrapped around me. But nostalgia alone doesn't explain it. To me, Halo creates moments no other game can replicate. Not COD, not Battlefield, not Splitgate. The split seconds where you're gonna die, but you manage to throw a plasma nade at somebody and sick them, knowing that you feel like a baller. Getting in the Warthog in big team battle, cruising through the map, only to have the driver stop and you get splazered. Those moments of finishing the campaigns, racing through the collapsing ring, with the music swelling as you barely make the final jump. These aren't just gaming memories. To me, they're core memories, stuff that I will carry forever. And I think that's why, no matter how far I drift, I keep coming back. I'm chasing the same high, that same spark. And this is where it gets complicated. Modern Halo doesn't always deliver on that promise. To me, Halo 4 looked gorgeous, but it did feel like Halo was trying to wear a Call of Duty costume with a faster pacing, loadouts, instant respawns. It didn't really feel Halo anymore. Then Halo 5 rolled around, and I'll admit, the multiplayer was mechanically sharp. I did enjoy it. The campaign, this ain't it, Chief. Literally. And then there's Halo Infinite. This game was supposed to be the big redemption arc, and honestly, the core gameplay to me is incredible. The grapple hook is genius, the sandbox feels like pure Halo magic to me, but unfortunately, when reality sets in, the missing features, no Forge at launch, split screen being canceled again, painfully slow updates, it just felt like they were tripping on their own shoelaces. And that's not to say that Halo Infinite hasn't had huge updates and huge quality of life updates as well. And every time that I get excited for a new operation and I'm like, this is it, hopefully this brings people back, I think that I get disappointed when I look at the player charts and realize that it's just not quite there, that it missed its opportunity. And yet, I don't quit. And I think that's because even at its weakest, Halo still feels better than most shooters out there. To me, Big Team Battle hits something different in my brain. Holding the energy sword, that one-of-a-kind sound effect, all of these things keep me coming back. When I'm playing other games in my free time, I often drip back to thinking, I would rather be playing Halo. So why can't I let it go for good? Because to me, Halo isn't just a video game. It's honestly a part of my identity as a quote-unquote gamer. It's tied to friendships. It's tied to late nights where the sun comes up and you're still saying one more match. It's tied to rivalries, inside jokes, relationships, esports. A massive part of my life and some of the paths that I've taken are directly tied to Halo. Every time that I think about uninstalling Halo, and I don't, it's because deep down, I know that it would only be temporary. I know that no matter how much I complain or critique, I still want to believe that the next Halo pop-off is right around the corner. I want Halo to rise again. I want it to feel like that phenomenon it once was. And I do think that that's hard because there have been so many different Halo games that have come out that have different kinds of fans that it's going to be hard to please all of them, if not impossible. That's what really makes me worried for the future of Halo. There are rumors that we're getting a Halo Combat Evolved remake, remaster thing, and while I understand that this could be for figuring out how to use the Unreal Engine and making Halo feel like Halo in that engine and kind of starting off anew again, I'm worried that if it's not a 12 out of 10 masterpiece, that people will still just dunk on it. It almost feels like it's a no-win situation for Halo Studios and Halo as a whole, and that worries me. I know people want other studios to develop Halo products, and that they say Halo Studios doesn't care about Halo. And while I don't agree with the second part of that statement, I do wonder if people would just like a Halo product that's not from the studio, or if they would say this still is not up to par with, what I remembered in the past. And maybe that's the nostalgia talking. Maybe it's blind hope from me. But again, it's not just about the game itself. It's what the Halo brand represents. So yeah, Halo frustrates me. It's the only game that I really make content on, and quite honestly, it's really the only game that I play when I have free time. It's easy to sit here and say, I'm going to move on to a new game, even if I don't like it, and I'll make content on that, but I never do. Because even with its flaws, even with struggles, Halo still does something no other game can. It makes me feel like that 12-year-old again. It reminds me of spending all night on Blood Gulch, laughing with friends, and it reminds me of people that I've lost throughout life. And I think that's why I can't quit Halo. I love what it's given me, and I truly do just want to see it thrive. But what about you? Have you finally moved on, or are you still in the same cycle as myself? You're just hoping for that next great Halo moment. Let me know in the comments. I read every single one of them, and I also try to respond. I just ask that you keep it respectful. I normally don't do videos like this. I would almost consider this a video essay, but not really. It's just something I've been thinking about, and again, with October being a big month for the future of Halo, I've been doing a lot of reflecting on my journey as a YouTuber and as a gamer. So if you love Halo content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. One day, I hope to hit 20,000 subscribers. That would be a huge milestone for myself, and you could help me get there. But that's the end of the video, and I will see you around the ring. Peace.